are in the beehive, not you, Enzo. Yes, you're here. Sit down. Sit down. Yeah, okay, we'll shake. But I have Sally Frey and Colleen Blackwood, who have been at the Quilters Affair. Enzo, sit down. There we go. Who have been teaching at the Quilters Affair for how long?
21 years.
I believe 19 years.
19 years. And been rooming together.
19 years.
19 years.
So you are coming down from Pendleton, Oregon, and you are coming up
From Fortuna, California.
Fortuna, California. And so this is the one time a year you are dorm mates.
Yes.
Although we refer to one another as roomie
We're
when we
roomies.
communicate. Hey, roomie.
Hey, roomie.
Hey, Romy.
And so, Sally, tell us what you teach.
I teach traditional modern. That's what we kind of finally figured
Traditional modern. That's interesting. That actually will bring in more people.
Right, the traditional look, but with the modern fabrics, the color.
But I remember you originally did some wool.
I used to do wool.
Yes, because one of my friends actually took a class from you. Wool.
Well, I did wool for years, and then, you know, Sue Spargo came into the picture. Come on.
She blew everybody out of the
She
water.
blew us out of the water.
Yes, yeah.
I still love to do wool, but yeah.
And then what would you call your type of quilting?
Primarily, I teach machine quilting on your domestic machine anymore, from a beginner level to a little more advanced, more decorative, and then I design my own patterns based on traditional blocks, and some of them might be a little bit off-center or something to give them a more contemporary look, but they're fairly traditional. They're not Civil War old-fashioned, though.
Okay.
Okay, they're not old-fashioned.
Not old-fashioned.
I'm old, but my quilts aren't
I know you're
old-fashioned.
looking at me when you say that. They're not old-fashioned.
I'm looking at the quilts on the, oh, I make quilts like that one.
Yeah, I didn't make that one. So, when you guys show up, who gets to pick the bed first?
Whoever shows up first.
No, we have our own spot. I'm by the door, she's by the wall.
And the reason?
I wonder why.
You wanted to be where you had a clear view of the TV.
Oh, that's so true.
And I didn't care about the TV, and we just aren't gonna. We don't watch TV at all. But I'm not.
Well, not
saying-
anymore, but we used to.
Yeah.
She used to tell me I watched crap on TV.
She watched The Bachelorette.
And Big Brother.
Oh no!
And Big Brother. And yeah, any garbage TV was my favorite.
Oh,
And I would
man.
request, quietly and kindly, mind you, to please turn that off.
Quietly.
I don't think I ever threw a shoe through the TV because it wasn't my TV.
She's hidden the controller.
She has?
Yes, she's hidden the controller many a times, or taken the batteries out of it.
I have done that, yes. I will admit to doing that.
But you're still rooming together.
I've kind of aged. And
Well, she's probably, at our age, she probably can't hear the TV as well as she used to.
I'm not watching it myself
No.
anymore.
Who wants to watch
We
TV
kind of go to sleep
anymore?
pretty early. Last
And at our
night,
age, we go to bed really early.
last night after that dinner, I says, "Oh, at 6:30, is it pajama time yet?"
I know. Is it going to get dark soon?
And I have to tell you, the funniest thing that hasn't occurred yet is we know it's a long week. We put in a lot of effort to be here and have a good time with our students. And then we each have a section we hang at the quilt show. Hers is more popular. But I have my volunteers, tell me months ahead of time, we're going to set up our quilts. Well, Jean asked us this morning if we'd help save it for Sunday. At 6:30 Sunday morning, we can't wait. We just can't wait.
Oh, good, because she asked me,
Oh,
can Greg come get,
We're going to have you helping us, Greg.
Yes, we're hanging at 6:30.
6:30. I know when I told him that, I was like, 6:30.
Well, it won't be any big deal for this one.
Yeah.
She's up at 5:30, and I'm looking at her going, "Please turn the light off."
I don't turn the light on for long.
Well, she can't see her way to the bathroom.
I know.
That's right. And I need to get up and go get a cup of coffee. Because you need good coffee to start the day, and Sisters has good coffee.
Well, so they don't have a coffee pot in the room?
Yes,
Well,
but it's
you know
not
those
good
little
coffee.
motel
A
coffees.
motel coffee, yeah.
I tried one, and I said, I'm going to take a walk.
Yeah. Now, do you have websites? You, I know, have the shop.
The shop.
And just tell us a minute about the shop, because I'm really excited to come visit this year. It's twice as big.
We have a new classroom, so it made our old classroom now flannels and wools and wovens. It's Stitch in Ferndale, California, Northern California, up in Humboldt County.
And if you don't know this, Ferndale is one of those towns, like Sisters, that you want to visit on vacation for sure.
Right.
It's adorable. Even from when I was a kid, I dreamed of living in one of the Victorians in Ferndale.
So the owner of our shop, of our building, took the front facade off, which was stucco, put on in 1940s, and has redone the whole thing in Victorian. So we now have the whole Victorian look. We say we're the prettiest lady on the street.
Oh, I believe that.
It's so pretty.
And you still hold retreats down the street?
Yes, at the Victorian Inn.
At the Victorian Inn, which is awesome. So when's your next retreat?
In October.
And is there room on that one?
Yes, there's still room.
There's still room, so you have to call.
You can call Stitch Ferndale, or call Stitch Ferndale.
Don't be giving out your cell phone number.
I know. Colleen's number is. No. Should I tell them the phone number at the Stitch at the store?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 707-786-5007.
So if you want to take some girlfriends and go on a retreat,
go on a retreat down in Ferndale.
And it's so beautiful. The whole area is beautiful.
Yeah, that time of year is gorgeous in Humboldt County.
So as far as you're on Instagram, right? Instagram,
yes.
Facebook.
Yes.
Are you on Instagram, Facebook?
Yes.
So they can
They can
sign up to follow you and stuff, because I know the quilting. You're going to take pictures of your quilting, and then we can see it close up.
Yes, and all I put on my Instagram, which is, I don't even know, my address is at jcblackwood.blackwood or something. I just put quilting on my Instagram page because I don't want people confusing the quilting me with the other outdoor activity me. You know, I might be riding a horse most of the days.
Yes, but I love those pictures.
Oh,
I know,
thank you.
they're beautiful.
I love those
Thank you.
pictures. Well, I've gotten real mean about my Instagram and Facebook. I get requests for that, but if I can't tell they're a quilter, I just decline.
Yeah.
You know, and I do take the time to click on their name, but if they're private, and I totally get why they're private, you know, but if I can't tell what they are, I don't say yes, because I one night talked for 5 minutes messaging back and forth with someone I thought was my girlfriend, and it was a prince in Pakistan or something like that, who wanted to money. And I realized, oh, this isn't her, you know, because I asked a question and he answered in a way that he should have known the answer, and then I asked another question, and I said, okay, I need to be careful about this.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not that the people on Facebook or Instagram are being mean when we don't say yes to everything. It's just that there's
people out
We want
there.
to keep it quilting.
Quilting.
We do.
Quilting.
We do.
Yeah, although I throw my grandchild on there.
Yeah, but we like to see that.
Yeah.
I leave it up to my son and his wife to grandchild the world, and sometimes I have to share him because he's an awful cute little guy.
I know, and it's so funny because my daughter-in-law and her mother were out to lunch in Portland with the grandbaby, and the lady leaned over from the next table and said, "Is that Anna's grandson?"
That's wonderful.
Busted. So, any patterns coming out or anything like that?
I have 3 new ideas that are hanging in the teacher's tent that will be patterns. One of them's ready, and the other ones are, you know, push a print button away from being ready. Whether or not they're viable, I rely on feedback, not just from the people in class, but from the other teachers. And for instance, I taught a class here that I thought was fairly okay. I'm not going to say it was my favorite, but I liked it. And a woman who'd taken the class, who has a blog, invited me, and I joined her blog, and I was reading what she had to say. And the comments on the blog are just like the comments on Facebook. One should never read another person's comments.
Yeah.
Because I found out that the design scheme was terrible on my quilt. And I have felt very awkward about it ever since, because I thought it was fine.
Who cares?
Who cares?
As long as it makes you happy.
Yeah.
If I like this, I don't want to hear your opinion, but
Yeah.
I'm not quite that serious. But I do appreciate getting feedback from other teachers because I'm not cutting edge modern that's going to blow anybody's socks off, but I don't want to put them to sleep traditional, so I want to be a little bit different.
Are you saying us traditionalists are kind of boring?
Um,
Is that what you're saying? Is that what she's saying?
Perhaps
think so.
predictable.
Predictable. I think that's even worse than boring.
I want to be predictable.
I don't want to be predictable. Gee.
Oh, I always tell people, don't put that on there. It's too predictable.
Now you don't have time to design
I'm
because
not-
you
because
are
I'm
got the
doing the
shop.
quilt shop, yeah,
Oh my gosh!
yeah.
And that it's so great that you keep coming back here
Because I have a wonderful business partner.
yeah. When I saw you cutting fabric at the studio,
Oh, I
you don't
loved
get
it.
enough
I
at-
love
at your
doing
own
it.
shop?
I love cutting
So
fabric.
you're going to keep coming back.
As long as they'll have me.
Yes. Yes.
Yay.
I couldn't have my summer without Colleen.
I know, huh?
I know. It's just.
I don't have another
the
friend
roommate.
like Sally.
Someone who takes the batteries out of the controller.
Yeah.
and-
We have to have some fun.
yeah.
You know, be
Yeah.
young once in a while.
And
Crazy.
She gets to act like the parent sometimes, and other times I have to say, sit down and shut up, Sally.
Close your eyes and go to sleep, Sally. It's
Yes.
more like it.
I'm going to put a pillow over your head, Sally.
Well, thank you for coming
Well,
and
thank
just
you.
chit-chatting with us here.
Thank
So
you for
fun to be
having
at the
us.
hive.
So nice to be in the hive.
Yes, the beehive. And we're going to continue on with this quilt show week.